this is Lamport. In this lesson, HTML Basics, we want to learn about some common HTML elements. That is, in this lesson, we will have an overview of HTML elements. We're still making use of our basic_HTML file. We're just going to add the HTML boilerplate code. This time around, the title should be made overview of HTML elements. Now take note, all your programming should be done inside the body tag, the opening body tag, the closing body tag. All these are tags, as we said before. You can see the head tag, the title tag, the body tag, and the HTML tag itself. The HTML tag defines the document itself as an HTML web page, and then it has a head which contains the title and some other things that later on we'll get to see, and then it has a body too. The body contains all the HTML object or all the codes that you just want to put into your web page to create something that you say, oh, this is my web page. Now, the first use of HTML element, of course, the first HTML element you'll be familiar with is the H1. The H1 tag is used to represent something that is bold, that is large, that is big to the eyes, like I am a caption. I am a caption. So let us save that, and then we open in our browser. So big, you can see how large it is. Now back to the browser. After the H1 we have H2. I am also a caption, and then we reload it in our browser. You see, quite smaller than H1. And then the next one is H3. H3 is I am a header 3. I'm header 3. Then we load it in the browser. Now going smaller, but it is still bold. And H4. So you would expect now that H4, I am a header 4. You would expect that H4 would be quite smaller than H3, and you'd be right. So if we had H5, I am H5, and then if we had, oh, that percentage not good. So the last one is H6. I am H6, the last header. Nothing comes after the H6. It's just H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and then H6. That's all there is about the headers. Now we move on to some common elements that we use in HTML. We talk about the p tag, which we earlier used before. The p tag is used to denote a paragraph. This is used to denote a paragraph. It is used to denote a paragraph. Now, what do we mean by this? I will just generate some lorem ipsum. I'm trying to generate some lorem ipsum. Good. Then I clear this. Also, I just put it inside this paragraph tag. Good. That's it. So this is a p tag. This is for number 1, and then this is for number 2. This is paragraph 2. Good. So we save it now. Better just put in the focus right here, and then we save it and refresh. Good. So we see the p tag now. You see it from left to right. This is number 1, number 2. Now the p tag has been so structured in such a way that you see the space in between them. Yes. Now there are many more tags we just have to put our minds to. So let's get them done. We also have the div tag, which in this case is mostly used for laying out HTML document. So we could just put, I'll remove the p tag right here. I'll remove the p tag right here. So this is a div, and because we want to know how a div truly behaves. So this is div1, and then this is div2, and then we reload in the browser. Good. So you take note, div1, div2, no space, but for paragraph space, because div is just an element, just that, nothing special about it. But a paragraph is used to denote a paragraph. In normal natural writing, there is a space at the bottom of a paragraph so that it is clearly delineated from any other paragraph that comes under it. We still have many more HTML tags to look like, so let's just move on now. The other HTML tag that we have to look at is the center tag. The center tag, you can see it's appearing already. What is the center tag used for? Anything you put inside the center tag will be centered. The alignment will be centered. So let's just put this inside the center tag. So we expect that this would be centered. This is div3. Let's make this 3. And then we reload. Good. Now if you take note, you can see that it is centered. It is given a centered alignment. That's what the center tag is used for. It is used to center elements in a document. There are still many more tags we'll take note of. So after the center, let's talk about the bold tag. This one is B. It makes anything you put in between the bold tag is given a bold it's given a bold format. I am James bold. I am James bold, and that's it right there. I am James bold. That's it. So it's bold. It's not something. It's not ordinary. It's made bold. And of course, we also have the strong, which also works just the same way. The strong. I am strong. And then we reload right here. Good, I am strong. So you can see they work just the same way. Quite easy and quite simple too. We also have the HR tag. In this case, we'll go high up to put in our HR tag here. HR, good. What is HR? HR means horizontal rule. That's the meaning. So if we reload, good, our HR just appeared right here. You can see here is it, the HR. It just appeared right here. It is horizontal rule. It is used in demarcating different sections of a web page. Now back to our code. We still have many more HTML tags that we want to look into, and then we have the small. The small is actually mixed in small. Let's put in this bold tag inside this small. Then you get to see how it works. Good. Now see, I am James bold, normal size. I am James bold, small size, smaller than the previous one. So when you want to make things small, just by standard, make use of the small tag. And of course, we have something that you cannot do without in a website, and that's the button. You want to create something that the user can press, and then something happens. You make use of a button. So hello, then a button is created. Good. So we have a button, but it doesn't really do anything because we haven't programmed it to do something. We can just easily do that by saying on click alert, hello, I am coding. Good. Then we save, and then we reload our browser. So we just refresh. Okay, once we click the button, it tells us something good. Hello, I'm coding. Okay, hello, I'm coding. Instead of alert, we could just prompt. We use prompt and say, what is your name? We could make use of a prompt, reload it, and then we'll click. So it is now asking us, what is your name? Wale. My name is Wale. Or that's my Nigerian name. Then we'll click OK. Nothing really much now, but this is just to introduce us to some common HTML tags.